Well, this is definitely not the video that I was expecting to be making this morning. Love him or hate him, you must admit President Trump has the uncanny ability to make things a little bit more interesting with his tweets and public announcements. Last night was no different when he said the stimulus package just approved by Congress was a joke, and he demanded that people get a $2,000 stimulus check before he will sign the bill. So what does this mean for the current stimulus package? Will everyone get $2,000 instead of $600? What about the PPP or EIDL programs? Are we going to lose these? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, volunteer paramedic, and, well, I don't know where Clyde is. He's running around somewhere downstairs. Initially, I was planning on releasing a video about EIDL program this morning to help answer some of your questions about the new low-income community requirements. I have that script ready and I'm going to record it as soon as I'm finished with this video, and you should expect to see it about an hour after this video is released. So make sure you're subscribed and click the notification bell.
Despite all of this wasteful spending and much more, the $900 billion package provides hardworking taxpayers with only $600 each in relief payments. And not enough money is given to small businesses, and in particular restaurants, whose owners have suffered so grievously. They were only given a deduction for others to use in business their restaurant for 2 years.
Wow, there is a lot to cover in this 1-minute snippet from the president. I'm not going to take any sides here politically. Anyone looking at this with an open mind must agree that $600 per person is just crumbs for the hardworking American people. They were completely blindsided by the COVID pandemic. I invite you to watch the full video where he breaks down many of the package's wasteful spending that were placed in there by both the Democrats and the Republicans. The DC swamp focused more on making their lobbyist friends and special interests happy rather than helping us, the American people. Trump basically called both parties out for the absurdity of allocating such a small amount of money to the people who so desperately need it. Trump is demanding that Congress update the bill to give $2,000 per person and increase the funding for PPP and EIDL programs for small businesses. Within minutes of his Twitter post, Speaker Pelosi posted on her own response on Twitter saying, Republicans repeatedly refused to say what the president wanted for direct checks. At last, the president has agreed to $2,000. Democrats are ready to bring this to the floor this week by unanimous consent. Let's do it. Well, I take issue with her statement of, at last, the president has agreed to $2,000, as this is not factual at all. He's been asking for this amount for months. However, being honest, I will agree with Pelosi when she points out that Republicans in the Senate have basically been the ones that were forcing this direct payment amount to be lower. I'm hopeful when she says that she is willing to bring the $2,000 to the House floor and get it approved by unanimous consent, but I'm not exactly sure what the Senate's going to do. Hardline fiscal conservatives on the Republican side of the Senate have been steadfast against the ever-expanding national debt. And while I respect and understand being fiscally responsible, you shouldn't spend more money than you have, but yet the government manages to do that every year. However, right now we need to recognize that people are hurting, of no fault of their own, and they really need this stimulus. Honestly, $2,000 is just a drop in the hat compared to the billions of dollars that both political parties are willing to spend on just various little pet projects. So why not help out the American people just this once? Then once everything's back to normal, we're all back on our feet, we can go back to the status quo of getting fleeced by the government. But right now, we really deserve this helping hand. With the White House and at least the Democratic side of the House of Representatives, in theory, agreeing on this $2,000, and most likely Democratic side of the Senate also demanding this as well, will the Republicans in the Senate fight back or just agree to this? Well, 2020 has been one heck of a strange year, and honestly, who the heck knows what's going to happen minute to minute. But I think in this case, it looks pretty promising that we'll be getting a larger stimulus check soon. It may not be the full $2,000, but hopefully it's going to be larger than the $600. What do you guys think? Why don't you comment down below and tell me your thoughts? Don't forget to check out my video from about a week ago when I showed you guys how you could get the equivalent of 40 free lottery tickets every single week. And right now, that might be more reliable than the DC swamp and putting a few extra bucks in your pocket. Or you could get 4 free stocks from Webull. Use the link down in the description below, deposit $100, get your free stocks, and help support this channel. I will see all you guys in about an hour on my update video for small business EIDL programs. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. You know, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it. Thanks, and I'll see you in about an hour.